Everybody, it's Landon Malave here with LCM Outdoor Living, and we got Nathan Lang with
Northland Companies in Longville, Minnesota.
And we are out here. We did a little bit of a water feature build. He had this project started like what, 2 years ago? Maybe
2.5 years ago is when we first talked about designing it and stuff.
So we met a couple years ago and kind of did an initial design for this project. And both of us are business owners, and time flies. But Nathan has been working on this thing, and I'm going to flip you guys around and kind of show you what it looks like now and what he's done. So he's got completely here. So he's got several patios, this awesome grain bin that they cut out to make an outdoor kitchen. This tree is gorgeous today. I got to show you that. It's blooming. So Nathan, why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of how this all started and what you envisioned and what this is all for.
So it all started with this grain bin. I always wanted a pretty cool outdoor kitchen. So we found this grain bin, and me and my wife and son built this and got it going. And then my wife decided we should have a pool. And I was like, hey, we sell landscape supplies. We should have a pond, not a pool. So I think Landon and I met and we're like, hey, yeah, you could do a natural swim pond. And they were kind of 3 years ago, it was up and coming. So kind of envisioned this natural swim pond, and it's now morphed into a pretty good sized project.
I would say definitely a good sized project. And it's pretty unique because he owns a spray foam company. They can spray foam and then put polyurea over it. So this is actually not a liner pond, which is definitely unique to the market. Most of the time we're using like an EPDM liner or polyethylene. There's quite a few different liners, but this is completely different, new idea. But just with the different elevations here, this is not an easy job. Like Nathan's got some really awesome access to huge stone. They actually cut their own steps. So you'll see over here, they do this in-house. They literally just harvest these massive boulders, and then they've got huge machines that just saw these things in half, and they can make them whatever depth they want, whatever size, length. Like, it's hard to see on this one, but he actually notched this out so that the elevation on the patio would match up to the bluestone, because this is going to be bluestone over this whole patio. So pretty amazing capabilities with Northland Companies over here. And it's pretty cool because when we needed more rock, we could just go over to the yard, which is like 3 miles away.
3 miles up the road, and I can call the office. The one location.
He's got multiple locations.
Yeah, is 3 miles up the road, our main office, and I'm able to call, and I help the guys at the shop know that we were working on this, and I'm like, hey, we need this, or I can just jump in the truck and run over there. So we need some rock this morning. So they're like, hey, can you guys bring me 6 more yards? And they're like, yep. So very fortunate for that.
Needless to say, I am jelly. I am super jelly. It's so cool to have all these awesome rocks available at your, whenever you need them. But basically, guys, I came in, I helped them kind of do some designs. We got like bottom drains down in here. There's going to be jets. This is going to be like a seating bar or like walk-up bar area here. And then this is the sun deck that we're standing on right now. And so Nathan really thought this out. Which I love, because I think a lot of times people do projects and they don't really think about it and put it in, and then later they're, wish they would have done something different. So I love that Nathan put a lot of thought into how this was going to all kind of fit together with this sun deck right up next to the house. It's going to be super intimate. You got kitchen here, living room back behind here, sunroom. This waterfall, I even told Nathan last night as we were talking around the dinner table that I don't think he even quite understands how much they're going to enjoy this space being so close to the house. They also have their bedroom window here, so they're going to be able to see this awesome waterfall from their bedroom. Bog filter up top there, so help kind of clarify and keep this thing clean. It's also going to be an external filtration system. So just lots of details. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this project. Nathan, when you started this job, did you have any idea that it was going to take
No.
2 years?
No, one was never going to be the timeline. The next was, originally when I drew this kind of out, I think it was literally on a piece of scratch paper, and I sent it to Landon, and I'm like, hey, what do you think? And he's like, all right, well, we can work on this. So he came up with the rough idea of like the radiuses. I was envisioning square things, and so it was cool to work through Landon in his process of creating the radiuses each direction, where everything kind of laid, all of our plumbing, because all that stuff has to be planned ahead of time, and like me never doing it before, you know, kind of didn't know what I was doing. So it was cool to get, like you said, the bottom drains, all of that stuff before we poured concrete in the bottoms, the lighting, everything that needed to happen. And then obviously Landon came all the way to Minnesota here because like this beautiful space here, I was like gonna do some flagstone waterfalls like an amateur would. So, I mean, this is amazing. Like we ran some water as a test last night, and the way the water comes off the rocks and in between everything, it's really like a natural river. So super happy to have the expertise and knowledge of Landon here to make this look like it should. So
I appreciate that, man, but it's been my pleasure to come and hang out and get to help you guys build this, because I know firsthand all the time and stuff that you're gonna have out here next to the pond. We've got up north landscaping over there. Seth is about to have a son who is going to be enjoying all this. So I just love what happens after we build these things. You know, like I said, we were having a conversation last night, and I told Nathan his grandson's going to be standing over by that window looking out the door going, "Papa, I want to get in." So it's just fun for me to see these things kind of come to fruition, and especially something like this for a friend means a lot to me. It's been a lot of fun coming out here and visiting and helping build this. And
yeah, it's been super cool. I mean, even like this rock here was never even envisioned, you know, for the diving rock. And I had it in the back 40 here on holding up a water filter, and he's like, "Nope, we're bringing that out," and turned it into this beautiful diving rock. And so now your kids will be able to jump in the pool, and then we got some future plans for over here and whatnot behind us. But yeah, it's going to be amazing space.
yeah, you still got quite a bit of work to do here. I do have to give him a little shit for this rock. He had this sitting underneath that massive filter that's going to be back way over there in the corner, and I'm like, dude, that's a beautiful, huge rock just sitting underneath the filter. Nobody's going to even see.
Right.
So I was giving him some shit, but I love how these steps turned out, Nathan.
Oh, these are...
It's going to look like they're floating, coming through here. All this water is going to end up flowing over these rocks right now. They got to backfill. Again, huge shout out to Up North Landscaping. These guys helped me build this. I kind of was teaching them what I would do, what to look for. But I think it turned out really awesome, and it's hard to see now because the water's not flowing, but it's going to be beautiful. They're going to be able to hear it from the window. Nathan will be changing out that window, I guarantee you, for something that he can hear the waterfall at night. But any final thoughts, Nathan? I mean, I love this thing, man. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. You guys are going to have so many memories out here by this.
Yeah, it's turning into way more than I ever thought when we first started, and it's awesome to see it finally come. Like I've been talking about this. Well, we dug this first hole and put the retaining wall, like I said, 2.5 years ago. So it's a long process because we're doing it ourselves, and finally to get Landon out here, like I said, and get this built. And you know, originally we talked about doing a bridge here, or I was going to, you know, but these stepping stones with the steps that we cut through there, we had some water running through there. It's just amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this thing, some water flowing, and be able to swim here. We got to leave one access over there on the end open yet to get some retaining wall blocks and to finish up the flooring and stuff before we can close it all up, but we're getting closer.
Yeah, we did pick a huge boulder that's going to sit over where that green paint is by the plumbing, over at the rock.
Yeah, like 107 inches long by 36 by 36.
And so that'll kind of fill up that gap, and then on the back side will be the intake bay. So it's going to be incredible, man. I'm just super pumped to be here, and super appreciative of you having me out to help build this thing.
Oh, dude, I can't thank you enough for coming. We wouldn't even be close to where we are right now without you and your knowledge of doing this. You made it look so easy. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just flip this rock over and here we go. We're just gonna like turn it sideways. I'm gonna set it here, and the water's gonna come off it. And I'm like, the first whole day I'm sitting here looking at this, I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're doing. Like I don't envision this. I'm just trusting the process. And even all of the rocks down here and everything. And then like last night as we started putting concrete in here yesterday and turning the water on, you're like, oh, okay. And that's where that's going to go. So super cool to see the process.
Well, I appreciate that, man, very much. And it's been an absolute pleasure. You guys have been super, super nice having me here, allowing me to stay in the house. But just want to say thanks, man. So
yeah, thank you.
if you guys if you guys need a water feature, give us a call. If you guys are in Minnesota, you better be calling Nathan if you guys need stone, because he's got all kinds of really cool products and stuff. But this is definitely going to be one of a kind. So this is the stuff we really love to do. Like I said, knowing that Nathan's going to be out here with his grandkids and family for many, many years to come enjoying this. So if you guys ever looking to even design a project like this, give us a call and we can help you out.